can't wait to get at each other.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Gronkowski the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Double. Hey. Eagle.
On second down, Vick again. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third and short yardage. Vick. He is going to find Hill here. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Vick steps away to his left. And fights through one man. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Double. Alpha. Eagle. Let's go. Right 20.
The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Line. 300. Stop.
On third down, Vick. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The drive will start with an option going left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Alpha, alpha. Stop. H52.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On. Stop. Hey.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. That was 2nd down throw for Vic. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. John Randall breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Eagle.
3rd and long for Vic. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On. Eagle.
Set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
On. Lion. 300.
2nd down, Vic. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On third down, Vick out of the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And here come the Redskins now.
Detroit!
They'll start out here with the option left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
All right, here we go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Eagle 44.
On the toss, here's Williams. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Eagle.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jerry Rice, 42 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Yes, indeed. Jerry Rice from Mississippi Valley State. I remember when he broke into the league, and the nickname Flash was the one he was trying to get the catch on. As it turned out, he didn't need a nickname. 197 receiving touchdowns in the NFL, added on 10 rushing, and even had a fumble recovery for a total of 208 in his career.
By far the most all-purpose touchdowns in league history. Kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. The drive will start with an option going left. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, there we see one reason why Bruce Smith was a first-ballot Hall of Famer. As disruptive a defensive force as there ever was, 200 career sacks, 2 more than my college teammate, Reggie White.
He was the #1 overall pick, Bruce Smith, back in '85, and part of course, those Bills teams that went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now problems right out of the gate.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet.
Jackson to throw from his end zone. That'll be taken in there by Kenny. He's going to go deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. We now proceed to the for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not. We'll find out. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look. Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really? A little bit of a diva look, isn't it? Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it. But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real... The scoreboard is still up there, and the game's going to go on. I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win. Right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hey, let's go! White 20! Lion, 300. Alpha. He's flexing up. Alpha.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
On. Lion. 300.
From the gun, Vic forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue. Michael Vick has been bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job of containing his running ability.
It is so rare. They could never contain him back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single-season record with over 1,000 rushing yards. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace.
That is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little. And it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Detroit! Jackson now on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep. Back over the... He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Lawrence Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And they go back backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Vick on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's Michael Vick. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Sanders, and he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Johnson, 77 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out come the Eagles. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
Taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Jackson. And he checks this one down to Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He misses yet again. These struggles pretty uncharacteristic.
I would say so. What I'm seeing, his mechanics are out of sync. Feet not catching up with his arm. Ends up zinging that one past that guy. I think he's got to get back into those ballroom dancing classes or maybe some fencing classes to get his balance back.
On 2nd down, Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Anderson's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Eagle.
Here's Vic. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Vic to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Vic now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Double. Eagle. Eagle.
Vic. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Eagle. Stop. Eagle.
Now Michael Vick. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down, Kamara. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Vic. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about 33-yarder, that was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one to the post.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Damon Harrison in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is all 30 yards downfield after that play.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.